Time to go to the first. The final days. How far has the phenomenon spread, and how does it manifest itself in each land? I must reach out to my friends in each nation and find out all I can. Well, I suppose I do feel better on a full stomach, after all. Burning skies? Blasphemies? Not if I have got anything to say about it. Alizé is being Alizé. Beasts and blasphemies may be running amok in nearby lands outside the influence of Radzatan and the Alliance. If so, I may need to go hunting. If the Forum truly has been spurred to action by Hythlodaeus' prophecy, then is it not odd that the anti-tower was entrusted to Master Matoya, who bears them no love? No doubt she has a reason for this, and I would know what it is. Maybe that's exactly the reason why they left it to her, so that she would not be swayed by Charlian politics. Nothing like a feast to lift the spirits. I trust you enjoyed yourself as well? You were there, of course I enjoyed myself. Now then, is there anything we have forgotten to mention? Are your arms and armor in good order? Yes. In that case, it's time we each attended to our tasks. When you arrive on the first, give my regards to Reen. Tell her I miss her. Oh no! Tancred? Should Reen ask questions, don't hide the truth from her. If anything, see if she has any insights to offer. She is not a child in need of protection, but a comrade we should be willing to rely upon, even if a part of me may always beg to differ. Take this, Alia, my spirit vessel. Why are you giving me your spirit vessel with that crystal blood on it all the time? I can travel myself, you know. Is it for Elidibus, I wonder? Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower's systems in the umbilicus. If even the smallest fragment of Elidibus' essence remains, it should be possible to locate it. As for access to the umbilicus, pray seek out Lina for assistance. Chances are she still stands watch at the Exensor Gate. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I'm living my life to the fullest, that I'm happy, hardships and all. Oh, I will tell them. Well, we had best be on our respective ways. God's willing, we will see each other again ere long. I'm like, going to the other world? Okay, let me teleport. Alia, you returned! Hi! Have you been well? You and the others? As well as can be. We have no shortage of troubles, but we are well enough. Nah, I'm going to say as well as can be. No need to, you know, worry her. Full glad am I to hear that. I trust my lord is enjoying himself. Oh yes, he is. He's having fun. He said this to you? His exact words? Oh, to know that he's happy. It fills my heart with joy. Thank you, Alia, for taking care of him. Oh, I would, till my dying breath. Don't worry about that. When next you see him, please tell him not to overexert himself. Futile request though it is. Yeah. And tell him that all is well here. The peace you gifted us continues, and we work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course of this, we occasionally bicker, but we have never been more optimistic for the morrow. If I had to mention one dilemma, it would be the question of our governance. Even as we speak, debate rages on over how we should run the city in the Exarch's absence. Most are of a mind that the Settlement Council should continue to oversee the general running of the Crystarium, while representatives are elected to determine policy and handle diplomacy. Thus far, nothing is set in stone, but however we choose to proceed, we will not replace our lord. No one could. I need to go to the umbilicus. Have we recently observed any unusual phenomena? No, I cannot say there have been. Curious that you should ask me this question, though. Some days ago, Reen came and asked the very same. She was rather unsettled, in stark contrast to how cheerful she has been of late. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
She and other Crystarium youths just hosted a festival, you see. It proved so popular that there are already plans for another celebration, one much bigger than the first. Between her preparations for the festival and the restoration of the empty, she struck me as happy and full of life. So when I saw her in a state of such worry, I couldn't help but feel worried in turn, especially since she wouldn't tell me what troubled her. I dare say she would be more willing to confide in you. May I ask you broach the subject with her? Where's she? You wish to enter the umbilicus? Very well. I shall fetch the key at once and take the opportunity to find Reen. Please wait for me in the city, in front of the Cabinet of Curiosity, shall we say? I will be along as soon as I can. Okay, but why Cabinet of Curiosity? That is literally on the other side of the city. I need to be in the middle of the city. Do my old eyes deceive? Is that truly Elia? Oh, hi, Morin. Ah, big lug! Ah, it is! Oh, glad am I to see you hale and whole, my friend. What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us, and at this most opportune time. In case you haven't heard, we are planning to produce a tome chronicling events from the flood to the knight's return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's peoples. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts will be the centerpiece of the tome, but yours would be the one to crown them all! I have been asked to contribute a chapter on the soul, a subject that's key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the course of developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable insights into travel beyond the rift, knowledge that will allow me to attest to your existence and deeds. Morin, what is this enthusiasm? There is no end to the questions I would ask you, but if you could indulge me just one for now. In your quest to restore the night, you faced many a formidable foe, among them who offered you the greatest struggle. This may come as a surprise, but what is that? I am going to choose that one for some reason. I want it. It's a tremendously eye-opening answer, and we will see that your account of this battle features prominently in the tome. I wonder what it is. I know you'd love to talk her ear off, Morin, but we really should be on our way. Those documents from Yulmore won't collect themselves. Of course, of course. And afterwards, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping you might clarify a few points in your treatise. Till next time then, do tell the others to look after themselves. Our overzealous friend in particular, remind him not to overexert himself. Again and again till his ears fall off, if that's what it takes for him to take it to heart. Raha will not do that, and you know it. Bye, guys. Bye-bye. Who is coming next? Is that the Warrior of Darkness? Hi! It's her! It's really her! What are you doing here? I don't know, what are you doing here, Rikitio? Are you working on your alchemy and stuff? If you're going to battle, I can give you some medicine. I made it myself. Best not, Ricky. You'd only give her a stomachache. We have come to see Morin to get his advice. One of the guard finally agreed to teach us how to fight, but first we need to choose a fighting style. While I know that I want to be a mage, Arkiel isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing, so I was thinking of taking up the axe, or the sword, or maybe the bow. They all seem alright, but it's hard to decide. So I thought I'd ask Morin. He knows about lots of things. I'm like, what is going on? He isn't here? Aww. Aha! Why don't you have the Warrior of Darkness choose for you? What do you think suits Arkiel best? Axe, sword, or bow? He looks like small Artbird, so I want to go with the axe.
I'll go Paladin.
Okay. The axe? If you took up the axe, you could be just like... Artbird, the Warrior of Light! I love that tale! Let's borrow the book today! It's really popular though, I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping me decide, Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with that style and maybe try something else later on. And when I get really strong, I hope to have a bout. What? No! Why? I would kick your ass. Such fun she has been having basking in the adoration of musty old bookworms and wide-eyed younglings. But does she spare a thought for me?
Oh,
of course not! Theo! Oh my, so you didn't even have to, they're like, it is Theo. It's like, oh, we're in deep trouble. I waited and waited and waited, but she won't so much as acknowledge the presence of her beautiful branch, even though they're right here. Such a heartless thing our sapling is. Cold and cruel and heartless. Oh, Feol, I need you. Oh, faithful Feol, loveliest of branches. How I have missed you. Don't you have more important things to do, Your Majesty? No, I'm going to choose the second one.
Second one for sure.
If you truly missed me, you should have cried for me at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. To make up for it, you'll call with twice the passion next time. Though for there to be a next time, you have some few struggles to overcome. So, my adorable sapling, the world is on the verge of destruction, is it? Well, of course she knows. She can't travel, you know. How do I know this? Joined as we are, spying on you is as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Would that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of we fair folk is bound of that of the star. Whither it goes, as to do we follow. Such is our way. The most I could do for you is spare you the pain, by gifting you the sweetest of eternal dreams. And what? Are you trying to kill me, Theo? But if escape is not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. I know that... but here are the ones you were waiting for. I wonder what manner of conclusion awaits at the tale's end. Bye. Bye. Rin? Is Rin coming? My apologies for the delay. Alia, it's so wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I shall leave you to it. I have taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, and you may enter at your leisure. Thank you, Lena. Bye-bye, Lena. I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I've had this feeling like a pit in my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. Something is happening. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that... I'm the Oracle of Light, but I have never spoken with Hythlodaeus, never once heard her call. Even so, I have always had this feeling deep inside me, a connection to something immense. These past few days, though, that connection has wavered, as if that immense something was distant, then close, then distant again. And then the other night, I was jolted awake by the feeling it had been completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window, and to my horror, the sky was ablaze, like during the star shower. What? Look at my face, what the hell? But then I blinked and everything was normal. The next day, no one said a thing. No one else had seen what I had seen. Did she see the same thing that we saw? As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remembered dream. I saw the same. Rin, how to tell you this, I don't know. Alia, what are you not telling me? I have to know, please! It doesn't matter how terrible it is! Well, Tankard
It's quite terrible. It's quite terrible.
But Tankard told me to tell her everything, so that's what I'm doing. It wasn't my imagination then. The doom we witnessed in Amarot has come again. I can't believe it. Like I told you before, all is well here in the first. So don't worry about us, please. Look only to the threat before you. We are fine now, and even if we weren't, we have learned how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, you may be assured we won't go quietly. No, we will hold on until you can find a way to save all our worlds. So long as you continue your fight, so too will we, united in purpose beneath a blazing sky. You're headed to the umbilicus to consult with Elidibus, right? I'll do some consulting of my own and speak with Lena. decide how we might best prepare for the final days. So it's a farewell for now, but we will see each other again, I'm certain of it. Ah, this room feels so empty. Aww.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business.
GLaDOS, is that you? I'm sorry, I had to.
Acknowledged. Reinitializing Circus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity. Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
My home. My friends. No more than a dream.
Hi, Elidibus.
You. Why have you awakened me? I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all.
Yeah, about Zodiac.
So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Knowledge as I have, I will share.
Oh. I'm sorry, Elidibus.
Why apologize for receiving a favor of the defeated? If it sits ill, consider it payment for freeing Lord Zodiac from servitude. Where to begin? Ah, the end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Fandaniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him, long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation, so consumed by self-loathing and hate. Elpis. Yes, the name is familiar to me. Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place.
Oh?
I knew it would
A
be a
testing
place.
facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there, and before joining the convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief. He was Hermes.
Hermes.
That is all I know. The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived.
What? Elidibus, are you okay?
I saw you there. In Elpis. No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility. And a truth that fills my heart.
What is it? Tell me.
My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief.
To the time? What do you mean? How?
In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower, which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy.
Are you going to send
As
me?
such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment. Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you.
Okay.
Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change.
Basically, you can't change the time thing.
For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey?
Yes, I would. Yes, I will.
Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act.
What do you mean, final act? Are you going to
You
disappear?
must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic.
Do I even know how to do that? Elidibus?
The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the ocular. All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence.
Oh, Elidibus is going to disappear altogether.
Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act? Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here.
Why do
The
I
ones
feel
love
sorry
and long to see
again
are waiting
for Elidibus?
in that promised land, beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Go, and do not look back. Well, Hythlodaeus, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it, the burden, and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.
This again. Oh no. Oh. Oh, hello. We see them as they are now. I am so small. Like, seriously. Aetheryte-like device. Too far away. This device is reminiscent of an aetheryte. Perhaps it's possible to attune with it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Despite attempting to channel and focus your energies, you fail to attune with the device. You can only assume it operates differently. Oh, that was required. Okay. Hello, guide-like man. The man stands dutifully by the aetheryte-like device, a guide for this facility in all likelihood. Hello, do you not see me? You attempt to get the man's attention, but if he sees or hears you, he gives absolutely no indication. As Elidibus warned, it appears your form is intangible. Hello? This is the right place, yes? Meteion. Judging by the woman's words, this facility is called Meteion. Hello? I'm poking her. You attempt to gently prod the woman to attract her attention, but feel nothing, and it seems neither does she. Wait, she doesn't have a mask on. Can I jump over here? You're way too tall. The remarkably large man wears a black robe and a half mask, much like the phantoms you encountered in Mare Lamentorum and the recreated Amarot. It would seem you have made it to your destination. Hello? Hello, can you not hear me? You gesticulate wildly and shout all manner of greetings and obscenities, but the man does not so much as glance in your general direction. There can be only two people who can see us. You suspect this door leads outside, but how to open it? Yeah, I can't interact with stuff, though.
And here we are, Elpis. Well, well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor? Oh, just a few odd tasks.
We
We'll be
saw
here a
this
while.
guy before fighting Zodiac.
Yeah.
And the other one has white hair.
Yes.
Hythlodaeus and Emmet!
Yes.
Excuse me?
You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
I should recognize this voice right away.
Who you are, perhaps.
Oh my goodness.
But I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
That's such an Emmet thing to do. He's literally the same. Oh my goodness, Hythlodaeus is so...
Pay attention.
Oh, I am!
Pay attention.
I am paying attention. He's going to see me. Those two are the only people who can see us. Do you know why? I will tell you.
Satisfied?
Why?
Okay, so Hades came to the Emmet position because he has a huge connection with the underworld. He can see the souls. And for Emet-Selch position, it was Hythlodaeus that was considered first, but he turned it down, so they gave the offer to Hades instead. Because they can both see souls a lot better than any other Amoritine.
Okay.
That's why I said those two would be the only people who can see us.
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
Hythlodaeus is so beautiful, seriously. Guys, hello.
By the by, you see it too, yes?
Yes. Hello. Hello, guys.
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
Seriously.
That's odd. It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's.
Yeah. Hello, that's me.
Do you suppose she created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Well, I don't know how to explain this.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's her spitting image.
By the way, they are very close friends, normally with Azem. But they just like to bicker about it.
So let's leave it be. Come now.
Hello, can you hear me too?
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words.
Yeah, can you help me somehow?
Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Who do you take me for?
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded.
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
Okay, if you say so. Oh, the snap.
You may open your eyes.
Am I big now? Like them? Almost. Almost there, yes.
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
How very thoughtful of you. And may I applaud your artful reinforcement.
They are so lovely,
Without
seriously.
further ado then. Greetings, I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect. Sulking beside me is the most honorable Emet-Selch of the Convocation of 14. And how might we address you, my new friend?
My new friend. My new old friend. I'm Alia.
A fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words.
I'm pleased to see that I can talk.
So tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here.
I am not entirely sure if I could tell you that. Especially, I killed that one over there.
You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here?
The final days? I seek a man named Hermes. I want to learn about Elpis.
Well now, the same as us.
Oh, you're looking for him too?
Perhaps,
Let's go on
as
an
in wished to come
adventure!
too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If she truly wished to be here, then she would be.
Right you are. My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. With your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work. We, I say, though this is Emet-Selch's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide. And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Hythlodaeus is so nice. I love him.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
If you harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree? Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here. Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge, Elpis.
So beautiful. Goodness, it's so pretty. Argos? That's Vena, isn't she?
His presence.
Hermes! Visitors! We have visitors!
What did he look like? Can I see your face?
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
Oh, you wouldn't want to know him.
Yeah. This place is so pretty. Emmet, are you going to say anything? In case you didn't know, it's rude to stare. Stop. Okay. This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. Why, it feels as if you could reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour. Perhaps you already know these things, but for the sake of thoroughness, I shall start with the basics. Using concepts to give shape to ether, creation magics allow us to bring forth anything we desire, be it inanimate objects or living beings. Anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. As part of that process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to Elpis for in-depth observation and study. It's a fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you will enjoy touring it with us. Guys, dear Amoritines, these creatures are aggressive. What manner of things are you creating here, exactly? Hyth, talk to me. Oh, you're giving me something. Now then, our friend Hermes. Aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Chances are he will be at the main observation hub, so let us seek him out there first. Attired as you are, however, you stand out a little too much. I think so, yeah, because you all wear the same thing. Our dear Emet-Selch wishes to keep a low profile for his errand, so... Do you know how to make a robe? The basic concept will do. I don't know creation magic. I seriously don't know. No? In that case, Emet-Selch... Poor Emmet, he's like doing everything. No. Your whim, your responsibility. You're getting not another thimble of ether out of me. The way he scrimps sometimes, you would think he wasn't an eye-bottomless font of magic. Very well, I shall make the robe, but perhaps you can assist. Come, let us search for the requisite material. An etheric rope. I want you to use it to capture, shall we say, 2 Hythlodaeus. There are 3 species here, I believe. Any 2 different kinds should serve. Now I should mention that the strength of the robe is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of its user. As your ether is still thin compared to us, you will need to weaken the Hythlodaeus first. Good luck. You have caught the Hythlodaeus. Come, let us see. There we go. Duly weakened and carefully bound, this Hythlodaeus is destined to become clothing. Oh no! Yes, these fine fellows will do nicely. And now for a spot of reversion. There, it's ready! It's nothing fancy, but then we are trying not to stand out. Try it on for size. You turn living beings into clothing? Just like that? Won't someone be angry with us for using those creatures? Yeah, I think I'm going to use that one. Oh, it's fine. There's no one around to tell us off. He's like, we are mischievous and nobody will be able to tell it. And besides, we can always make more Hythlodaeus. They need only a tiny amount of ether, Tiny. It may take some effort to get the form and composition right, but anyone familiar with the concept should be able to manage. Well and good to disguise and educate it, but it won't fool anyone who can see worth a damn. Fair point, but at the very least, it should spare you unwanted attention from casual observers. Emet-Selch speaks true. Even dressed like us, your unusual nature will be plain to those who think to look. Should someone question your presence, don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No, best to simply say that you are familiar. The question is, whose? Oh, of course, Azem's. If you say you belong to her, people will give you the benefit of the doubt for any and all outlandish behavior. Exploiting our associate's absence?
Have I ever mentioned that I chose Azem as my deity?
For lack of her presence, absolutely! Were she here, she would have been the first to propose the idea, and you know it. With that, your story's settled. Let us continue with our errand. If you're ready, let us continue along the path to Anagnoresis. The place serves as an observation hub and residence both. Someone there should be able to point us in the direction of Hermes. I was wondering what she was examining, but it seems to be the bush itself. Hello? Let's see if this observer knows Hermes' whereabouts. Yes? Can I help you? We wish to speak with Chief Hermes. Do you know where we might find him? Well now, by your mask, I assume you are one of the 14. I wasn't aware there was to be a visitation. Between you and us is something of a surprise. Your discretion in the matter would be appreciated. I see. My lips are sealed. The chief should be out conducting observations as usual. His focus of late has been aquatic creatures. I expect you will find him at one of the pools here. The pools, you say? Many thanks, and apologies for disrupting your work. I say, Hythlodaeus, while I've never met Hermes, you know him well, do you not? That being the case, couldn't you simply find him by his ether? Aye, that I could. As you know, Emet-Selch and I can discern the color of souls. By the same token, we can also see ether quite keenly, and from great distances. With the skill, I could readily locate Hermes, but I felt that it would be a waste of an opportunity. What opportunity? We are here to perform an assessment after all. By searching the ordinary way, we stand to gain insight into Elpis and the man in charge of it. This is as much for your own enjoyment, like as not, but point taken. He's having fun. If you are going to accompany us, make yourself useful and help us look for Hermes. According to his profile, he has short, dark hair. Okay. So you know, it's because we're in Elpis that we don't have our calls up. A special exemption due to the need to be aware of dangerous creatures. Elsewhere, we do not exhibit our individuality. It's unseemly. This is all common sense, but I would not assume you possess any. What? It's a rare treat indeed to be able to search for someone by their appearance, and I thank you for humoring me. Come, let's find our man. I'm like, okay, and Emet is like, whatever. Can you take your mask off, please?
Huh. You are...
Hello?
Oh,
What are you? You're so cute.
different. You're different too.
Is she a familiar of
You
sorts?
and me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be...
Oh, you're so cute.
Wait. Please. Wait. Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts.
Why do I have a feeling,
May we please
a bad
be friends?
feeling
We're so
about this
deep.
girl?
May we please be friends?
I have a bad feeling about this girl.
Ah, I see you found him.
Yes, I did. I'm good at finding stuff.
Hythlodaeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
You were of the convocation.
Yes, he is.
Emet-Selch at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend?
Bestest friend.
But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chance to...
This little girl is enamored with us. I'm like blinking. Like, what's happening? Hello?
Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Her name is Meteion. It means shooting star.
Meteion.
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I seriously have very, very bad thoughts
I
about
haven't,
that
as you
girl.
say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters.
Do you want me to move somewhere else, Emet?
By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait to the main building yonder. I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
The Nemestoma is missing.
Oh.
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
Okay. And on the tree?
You're saying they can climb with their sorry excuses for limbs?
The music changed.
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish.
I have a bad feeling about this girl. He didn't register the girl to the Bureau.
Yeah.
Why do I have a feeling that it was Daniel who accidentally created some kind of a monster that brought about the final days? The sound.
Maybe.
I don't know.
The Ambistomas too can fly, if only slightly. And they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however. Excuse me.
I'll help too.
I am watching as bewildered as Emmet.
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
I just wait for Hermes to come back. He's not Daniel yet, he's Hermes.
May I suggest we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emet-Selch and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
The tenet of the words of Metron is to create aquatic life both unique and beneficial. Aquatic! What would possess them to put this creature in the sky? And is it even aquatic to begin with? He's like, they are called aquatic, why are they flying? The Ambistoma was submitted to the Bureau not long ago, and I'm pleased to see it has found its way here. We'll make sure these little ones don't wander off like their adventurous fellow. Go on and lend Hermes a hand. Meteion? Hermes, are you alright? Where's Hermes? What the hell? Hello, creature. It seems Hermes and Meteion have found their quarry, a creature known in this age as Ambystoma. Yet though it has been safely extricated from the tree, Hermes appears to have found himself in quite the predicament. The Ambystoma, Hermes saw it high up the tree. He climbed up to get it, but it jumped on him and he slipped. Do you need a hand? I think you do. No, I'm fine, if a little embarrassed. Now, for your own safety, please stand back. Are you okay? I gave up already. Hermes, are you alright? Quite alright, yes. My apologies for making you worry, Meteion. Both you and, Alia, I think. Am I saying my name? Alia Lanai, you're called. An intriguing name, somehow reminiscent of a new creation. Thank you for coming after me. As for you, little one, you must be more careful. The little one doesn't care. You may be able to fly, but it doesn't mean you cannot fall and hurt yourself. Oh no, I had forgotten all about his fellows! No, don't worry, don't worry, Emet and Hythlodaeus are there.
Are we sure we're not supposed to worry? Emet is there.
Nah. Truly, what a relief! I must thank Emet-Selch and Hythlodaeus when I return to them. But first, with the distractions out of the way... As Chief Overseer of Elpis, permit me to welcome you to our facility. I hope you will enjoy your time here. Well, we mustn't keep the others waiting. Let us return to Anagnorisis. My apologies for the trouble. Owing to your kind assistance, all the Ambystomas are safe and well. I will presently send them back to their space, if you would go on ahead to the main building. Upon entering, you will see a table and chairs, a meeting area. We may speak there. Very well. Take care not to let the creatures slip away again. Oh. Hythlo? While Emet-Selch has been accommodating thus far, he is the one who has business with Hermes. If you wish to attend, you will have to ask his permission. Oh. Oh, I'm going to ask for Emet's permission.
This appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways. We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins.
But I wanted to... Aw, you made me sad. Look at my face.
What? Will I have to remove you by force?
Oh, you may as well try. I will say there are reasons I cannot speak freely.
Let's hear them then, these reasons of yours. Who knows? If I deem your mysterious cause worthy, I may even be inclined to offer my assistance.
How to tell you? I don't know how to tell you.
I do not object to her attendance.
Oh, okay.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Perhaps, but I believe she can be trusted. Meteion would not have taken to her so quickly otherwise. Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
Poor Emet.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself. Do you hear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Dad.
So, it's finally happened, then.
Aye. Van Daniel's declared his intention to step down.
Yeah, this is how he became Van Daniel.
Preferred successor. In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. and above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Fandaniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the convocation?
No, it's not that.
What is it
For a
then?
humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Fandaniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the star? Does that mean die?
Yeah.
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Aetheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
That's one way of looking at it.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no. I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteion outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
Okay. Sure. I'm not quite happy either. Look at my face. Come, Meteion. I'm sorry, Alia. I didn't mean... A walk? Perhaps we can go for a walk? Hermes gets sad when he thinks about death. When others are sad, I'm sad too. That's how I am. How he made me. But don't worry, I'm fine now. So, why did you come here? You want to learn about Elpis and Hermes? I teach you! I can teach you! We could take turns. I tell you something, then you tell me something. Sounds like fun. I don't want to get her down, so... It will be! Where to start? Ah, yes! Let's talk to Memnon. He should be near the Aetheryte. I'm not good at explaining, but Memnon is, so I'll have him explain instead. Ah, the Aetheryte. Anyone can use it to teleport anywhere. Well, maybe not anywhere, not to the ground or other isles. For that, you need teleporters. Oh, and permission. And what have we here? Though you look like a person, you have the ears and tail of a beast. I assume you're familiar like Meteion. Oh, that's... aha! He probably said something about horns to you.
Yes.
Yeah, it changes. This is Alia. Could you teach her about Elpis? Ah, a right familiar, is she? Very well. I should be glad to introduce our fair facility to her. As you know, it's mankind's duty to make the star a better place. As part of this duty, we employ creation magics to bring forth new life. However, we cannot simply release our works into the world, for it would lead to chaos. No, any and all life forms must undergo extensive testing to determine their fitness to exist. Testing which is conducted here in Elpis. Every candidate is subjected to rigorous study in which we identify their properties, surmise what habitats might be suitable, and speculate as to the effects they may have on the environment and other species. Should it be judged a beneficial addition to the star, it will be allowed to take its place in the world. The two of you, too, were created with the hope of making the star a better place. So heed your masters well and be good, do you hear? We will, Memnon, we will. Thanks for the lesson. You had a turn, now I get a turn. Okay. Where did you come from? From a place far, far away. She doesn't need to know. Then I probably don't know it. I don't know much about other places. But this place is important to you. I can feel it. Oh, my power! I haven't told you about it. A creation. Let's find a creation. One not being watched. Then I'll explain my power. Motionless... Is that a shoe bill? Why am I taking a screenshot of shoe bill? I have no idea. Oh, this creation is perfect!
No, it's not.
No. But I don't remember seeing it before. Perhaps it's new. Anyway, I'll try reading its mind. That's my power. I'm not entirely sure if you should do that. We are still looking. Why are we always looking? I can't read it. Or maybe there's nothing to read? Wait, please wait, I'll try again. With you this time. No, don't read my mind! Greetings, can you hear me? Yes? This is my power. I can read the emotions of those around me and project my emotions to others in return. Oh no. What if, like I said, she was the reason, the voice for the final days, and everyone got terrified when they heard the sound because she's able to project her emotions? What if something terrified her? I'm not actually speaking to you in your mind. Rather, you're converting my emotions into words and intention. A process performed subconsciously by intelligent life forms. This ability is vital to my mission, for it allows me to interact with intelligent beings even should they communicate via unknown languages or other nonverbal means. As a consequence, I'm clumsy at speaking. Aww. Yet though I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible, for everyone has thoughts and feelings that they may wish to hide. I harbor an affection for you, one that is difficult to define. She likes us. Aside from the fact that you share common traits with us, your thoughts are complex, prismatic. They draw me in and leave me wanting to know more. Get out of my head. Out of respect for your privacy, I will refrain from using my power when speaking with you. Nevertheless, I want you to know that I wish to be your friend. Huh? But please don't get into my mind. Did you hear me? I did. Good! Now it's my turn again, so what are you good at? Punching stuff? Fighting, crafting, gathering, playing. It's a secret. I'm going to say it's a secret. Oh, a secret! That's something you want to hide. Just leave it to me. There, I blocked it out. I can't block everything, not strong feelings, but that wasn't too strong. Oh, the bird turned to us. Hello. Oh no, he looks ominously at us. I think we might be bothering it. Let's keep going. We'll go and see Wenthe next. Wenthe? She's usually in a small building. One on the west row. Well, well, if it isn't Meteion, I see you brought a friend today. Greetings, Wenthe. An apple. Did you make me an apple? The kind Hermes likes. It's covered in syrup. I want to share it with Alia. Oh, candied apple? Hermes is certainly partial to them, but you know you can't eat Meteion. You weren't made to do so. But I like it too. It may seem that way, but it's due to your ability to share others' feelings. You have taken Hermes' likes for your own. In any case, I can't prepare an apple right now, but I'll bring one for Hermes soon, I promise. I'm sorry, Alia. I wanted to show you my favorite thing. Then I could ask about yours, but I failed. Tell her. Oh, that's what you like? Yes, I can feel it. Your joy and happiness. And it makes me happy too. Thanks for sharing it with me, Alia. Well, we have walked and talked a lot. Maybe Hermes has finished talking too. Shall we go and see? Okay, come with me, girl. Ah, excellent timing. It was a refreshing constitutional, I hope. Emet? What, back already? A bit longer and we might have snuck away without you. There you are. I can see the fresh air has done Meteion good. Alia wanted to learn about you and Elpis, so I taught her. About this place, about my power, about your favorite food. I'm not sure if that last one will be of any use. But I do appreciate your keeping Meteion company. While you were away, I finished speaking with our guests. Finished? Hardly. You requested time to consider the invitation, so we have no choice but to occupy ourselves with an inspection of your work. My apologies. It has been decided that Emet-Selch and Hythlodaeus will accompany me as I tend to my duties. If you wish to learn more, perhaps you would like to come too. I'm compelled to remind you that she is in no way associated with the convocation. Are you entirely sure about that?
Yeah.
We simply chanced to meet at Propylaeon. There's no guarantee that the matters we discuss will remain private. Oh, trust me, it will remain private. I do not mind. To see the joy her presence brings Meteion, I cannot imagine our mysterious friend harbors malicious intent. Alia is kind, really, truly. She taught me as much as I taught her. You're coming, of course, to watch Hermes? You're bound to learn lots and lots. Yeah, I'll come. Though I see new creations on a daily basis, here they look at them with a different eye. It will be interesting to observe Hermes at work. It's held that all civil organizations should conduct their affairs with total transparency, and the convocation is no exception. But that doesn't mean we are obligated to show our work to unknown entities such as you. Consider yourself privileged and behave accordingly. Yes, sir. Meteion? This time we all get to go for a walk. Isn't it exciting? If everyone is ready, there are a few creations I need to check on. First, we shall return to the spot where we found our wayward ambystoma. Have care when you step outside a hub, for there may be more unruly creatures about. Ah yes, the Anthine Ptolod. Cry. One of the newest species of the ever-popular butterfly. You're still bothered about your robe? Don't be, the few specimens we repurposed won't be missed. Oh. All women Vigor now. When we were discussing his nomination, he was melancholy incarnate. Meteion? So beautiful, Petaloda. I hope they make it into the world. This here is a new species of Petaloda we recently set loose. It has been doing very well, managing to maintain a stable existence thus far. If it can see its observation period to the end without an issue, we shall release it onto the world. Tell me, do you know the difference between living beings and arcane entities? It's the presence of a soul, yet the soul isn't something you can choose to have at will. No, it manifests only in those beings whose forms adhere to the laws of creation, that can endure on their own. Beings that do not fulfill this requirement, such as those spontaneously born of magic or natural phenomena, do not have souls. No matter how much it might resemble flora or fauna, if it lacks a soul, then it's considered an arcane entity. So you see, it's not for mankind to decide what is living. That domain lies beyond our manipulation, and it is hubris to assume otherwise. But come, let us head to the nearby beacon. I have received a report that arcane entities have gathered there. We're meant to be observing Hermes, but instead we are stuck with Meteion. Well, I suppose she herself serves as proof of his prowess as a researcher and creator both. A fascinating creation, much like yourself, little one. Renowned as Hermes is for his flying life forms, it's a rare privilege to be able to see one of his works in progress. Interesting! You're interesting too! Tell me, how did you find the ambystoma? Oh no. I don't think Emmet is very happy about dealing with this little girl. Ah yes, lightning pneuma, just as the report said. Although we call this structure a beacon due to its form, it's in fact a magical device. By manipulating the balance of elements, it keeps the isle airborne and maintains the climate thereupon. In the course of its operation, it often sees an internal shift towards a given element. Right now, that element is lightning, which draws the pneuma here to replenish their ether. It appears Meteion is busy. Would you care to assist me in her stead and feed the pneuma? Excuse me, feeding how?
Lightning.
By using this lightning converger, you can harness ambient lightning and focus it into a ball. A veritable feast for our dazzling friends. Go on, give it a try. Perfectly done, Alia. Look! Nom nom nom. Lightning nom nom. See how they gather to feed? How they express themselves through their actions despite their lack of words. Speech is not the sole defining characteristic of a thinking, feeling creature, nor is silence an indication that they do not possess these qualities. Be it a soulless arcane entity such as the pneuma, or an ephemeral life form such as the Petaloda, all seek to perpetuate their existence, to survive. Is Meteion an arcane entity, or is Meteion a living being? Does she have a soul, in other words? A good question. I can answer it from a theoretical standpoint, but it ultimately falls to the Bureau of the Architect to pass judgment. And he is looking at her. Those with exceptional vision, such as Hythlodaeus, may be able to ascertain her true nature. But to me, it doesn't matter. She's herself, and that's all I need to know.
Aww.
Oh, you've finished already? I'm sorry, I was in the way. Not to worry, my dear. They missed nothing of note, and we still have plenty of work for them to observe. Next, we will head east to the Morning Dew. I need to speak with some observers there. Is that a Gobu? Ah, this fellow has been the talk of the Bureau. The combination of a carefree aspect and endless rows of fangs is strangely charming. I don't think so. Was there a guiding theme or any method to the madness that is this random assortment of features? It's adorable, but beware its sneeze. Hermes went flying once. Oh no.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects.
We call them Gobus.
So, how are we coming along?
My main question is, why would you create a creature like this?
Why not? Oh,
Oh, the flowers! Can I pick one?
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
Entelekis?
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions.
Oh, Akasha.
In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy.
I've seen it glow in other colors though.
Well, it has no will of its own. It is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
I'm like, I know this theory.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it.
Dynamis.
And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Entelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
Okay.
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Ah.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt.
literally the dark matter of Final Fantasy.
And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteion?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it. However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%.
Oh.
The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities.
Oh no, I have a feeling that my theory might be correct.
'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river...
I don't like what I'm hearing.
Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an Endwalker. Like me.
Mine is because of some other thing.
So... are we the same? Endwalkers.
Sure, I don't see why I couldn't be one. Well, I have been known to transcend my limits with nothing but determination.
The third one.
If I'm thin, it's because Emet-Selch didn't do a proper job. I'm going to choose the second one, but then in the inn, I'm going to watch when I'm alone what the third one does.
That sounds more akin to the desperate flailings of a wild beast when facing imminent death.
A deficit of ether alone does not an Endwalker make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it.
Don't sneeze. Oh no. Are you going to sneeze?
Oh dear. I'd forgotten about the poor fellow. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
Never before had I heard of Dynamis or Endwalkers. I can only assume the Elpis flower was submitted to the bro before I joined. Hermes, are you going to say anything? All appears to be well. This shouldn't take long. Meteion? Endwalker or no, we are friends in thinness. Thank you. Not that I or anyone else would be able to make use of it even if we knew. But it irks me to discover that there's an entirely different form of energy, and no one told me. That personal annoyance aside, Hermes' knowledge is undeniably impressive. Given that there are none among the 14 who specialize in the celestial, he would be a welcome addition. Assuming he can be persuaded to join, that is, I still can't understand his hesitation. Why did you join the convocation? Oh, you wish to know why Emet-Selch was chosen for the convocation? I should be glad to share the tale. It began when? Not another word. Lest you have forgotten, we are to learn about Hermes, not me. My misspent youth is not your concern. I want to learn about the convocation. If you would accompany us, I suppose you should at least know that much. The Convocation of 14 is a governing body that determines myriad policies. Our goal is to ensure that all is right in creation, that our star may know a brighter future. As the name suggests, the council is comprised of 14 offices, each of which is held by an individual chosen for their surpassing abilities. Depending on the office, one is required to either be an authority in a certain field or possess skills that would facilitate the performance of their stipulated duties. The former category includes Meteion, specialist in aquatic life, Logrif, specialist in terrestrial life and husbandry, Halmarut, specialist in fungal and plant life, Emerald, specialist in medicine and healing, and Lahobrea, specialist in creation magics, who has brought forth phantom beings of the highest complexity, like Ifrita. As for the latter category, there is Ultima, advocate of the arts, Igurim, champion of enlightenment and rhetoric, Pashtarot, preserver of discipline and order, Emet-Selch, keeper of the ethereal realm or underworld in vernacular, Pendaniel, pursuer of extant phenomena, and Azem, traveler of the world and counselor to the people. What? Should I be revealing such details to you? Don't be silly. Even children know this much, and you would do well to remember it all. I will tell you the tale when we are away from sensitivities. He's whispering, like, I will tell you about Emet. Shh. My apologies for the wait. I have inspected the Ampelos to my satisfaction. All is well with the creature, and I dare say it won't be long ere it's released onto the world. Another creation, however, reportedly isn't faring so well. The Charybdis? That is what we shall attend to next. If you would allow me, my friends, we shall return to the main isle and head north. I understand there's a problem with one of the Charybdis. I'm going to call them Charybdis until they pronounce it. Yeah, that's right. As you know, the Charybdis is based on a sea creature. Owing to adjustments to enhance its affinity to wind, it's capable of flight. The specimens created from the concept could all fly without issue, but a problem arose in subsequent generations. This third generation creature was born with an etheric balance leaning strongly towards water, its aquatic origin reasserting itself, it would seem. The result being its affinity to wind is diminished, and it cannot fly. No matter what we try, we can't get it to rise even the slightest bit. For such change to manifest in so few generations, I fear they are too unstable, flawed. With your permission, I will revert the creatures and recommend to the Bureau that the concept be revised. With its etheric balance leaning towards water, the Charybdis would indeed struggle to manipulate wind, yet it's too early to conclude that it cannot fly. Having failed at first, it may simply have developed a fear. I shall transform and fly with it, helping it to manipulate wind until it finds its wings. Transform? What? You needn't go to such lengths. Transform into what exactly? You don't know? But of course not. Transformation is an art in which one manipulates a vast quantity of ether to construct another body around oneself. In practice, this allows one to assume any conceivable form and thereby transcend the limits of one's flesh. Yet convenient though it may be, transforming in the presence of others is considered vainglorious in the extreme, as uncouth and unseemingly as running about robeless. Shameful. Am I to understand you make a habit of this? Nothing of the sort. It's just that when transformed I can wield the wind and fly. It may seem excessive, but what is our shame next to the lives of these creatures? They deserve a chance, and we owe it to them to do all in our power. And be that as it may... Yes, I believe I have a solution. Emet-Selch, may I trouble you to move that Charybdis away from its fellows? Somewhere out of sight? Hi. Meanwhile, I would like the rest of you to help me prepare here. Prepare what? What mischief are you scheming now? No mischief, I assure you. I would but spare you the need to report to your colleagues that Hermes committed an indiscretion. So I have a little faith and run along. Okay.
Oh.
Exactly that sound. I trust you don't mind. Emet-Selch is out of sight? Good. Let's speak of the plan. It's a stroke of genius, really. We have Emet-Selch trained the characters. Oh no. Oh no, everyone is shocked. Aside from being able to fly untransformed, he can readily see ether currents. And with his adept spellcraft, he can also employ suitable wind magics to guide the creature along. While he's indeed capable of all you described, it's not his duty. I'm loath to trouble him with it. Don't be. As I mentioned, it would also be for his own sake. With that settled, let's begin at once. Alia, I want you to go to Emet-Selch. Tell him that you have a favor to ask. Oh no, don't put me. No. He will hate me even more. He'll be disinclined to cooperate at first, but you mustn't be discouraged. With our friend, the trick is to be unflaggingly persistent. Off you go, now, and good luck. So in say, I am saying I have a favor to ask. Oh no, you don't. I'm not lifting a finger. Oh no. I don't know what Hythlodaeus is up to, and I will not be made to know. I refuse. If Hythlodaeus is to be believed, relentless insistence may serve to wear down the ever-wary Emet-Selch. Please, Emet-Selch. I'm going to say please, Emet-Selch.
No. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
He hates it already.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis.
Oh, it's
and should be
Charybdis.
quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emet-Selch. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Oh no, we don't want that.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Yeah, definitely. He would.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
I'm insisting again. Oh no.
Please, Emet-Selch. Please.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last.
Ah, Emmet.
I will aid it once it is taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
Emmet is teaching the guy. Yeah, it's the Shadowbringer's
You
mount.
were wondering why Emet-Selch joined the convocation. Truth
Yeah.
be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even, quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emet-Selch has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend.
Azam, isn't it? The mutual friend.
A singular soul who can't help but involve herself
Yep.
in the business of others.
Yeah.
Where she walks, excitement is certain to follow. Her antics irritate Emet-Selch to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents.
He learned to
And
fly.
in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends.
I'm proud to call you my friend as well. Just saying.
To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine. And together we may return to the star.
Ah.
Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
I would love to explain it to you, but I can't.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
My pet? It can fly now.
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on. Why don't you go and signal to Emet-Selch? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
I will. This was lovely.
Yeah.
So, Hythlodaeus. If I didn't know better, I would say Emet-Selch is enjoying himself. Not that he would ever deign to admit it. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. Nope. I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, the Charybdis has learned to fly. And Alia and I could relax and have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. The creature needed some small assistance at first, but soon it was flying more or less on its own. I doubt you will need to repeat the lesson. That was truly impressive. I witnessed it all from afar. The Charybdis flies. Indeed. Yeah, he said indeed as well. With this, we have proven that even a creature with skewed etheric balance is capable of flight. Though we helped it to achieve this, the Charybdis is a herd animal. They may well aid their struggling kin in like fashion if and when the need arises. Keeping this in mind, I bid you continue observing them. If that's what you want. But if I may say so, rather than hoping an idealistic possibility comes to pass, would it not be simpler to have the concept adjusted? That way we could guarantee that anomalies such as this specimen are never born in the first place. These creatures are already here. We will spare no effort in giving them a chance to survive. As you wish, Chief. As you wish. Hermes. I'm fine, don't worry. Well, that concludes all of my present tasks. Let us return to Anagnoresis for now. What? Want to apologize for forcing me to help, do you? Save your breath. You didn't force me to do anything. I merely chose the most expeditious way to have done with an impediment to our business. Tell me, Alia, in the course of watching me, have you learned aught of value? I'm going to say Dynamis. Dynamis, you say? Curious that such an obscure phenomenon should be of interest to you. Chief Hermes, what good fortune to find you here. Is something the matter? The Lycaon. I'm afraid it's done it again. No sooner did we release one for observation than it set upon the nearby Occupides, slaughtering them. Was the creature hungry, or somehow provoked? I had just fed them myself, and the Occupides were keeping a wide berth. It is the nature of the Lycaon that is to blame. Their innate viciousness. Temperament aside, it's an outstanding creation, perfect in form and function. Though it may not be suited for release, I have no doubt that the Bureau will accept its concept for preservation. In any case, there is no point in postponing the inevitable. Doros will revert them all once the paperwork is in order. Where is the scene of the incident? Just off the path to 12 Wonders. As you make your way, you should see it on the left. I don't know if Doros is still there, however. Hermes, wait! If this is part of his work, then I would observe. We follow. Alright. Hermes really doesn't like it when the creations are in danger of getting entirely erased. The lacerations and burns are unmistakable. A Lycaon was indeed responsible. But the creature is nowhere to be seen. Doros must have taken it away. The man makes his base at the 12 Wonders. I shall go and seek him out there. Emet-Selch and I will search the area for good measure, just to make sure the Lycaon did not escape. My thanks. Let us meet at the 12 Wonders when you have finished. I will go on ahead. Please follow with Alia. Okay. Come. It's down this path and over the bridge.
Downstairs, though.
There it is, the 12 Wonders. Hermes is looking for Doros. Let's look for Doros too. He's a man with long blonde hair, I think. I'll know him when I see him. Doros! That's Doros! Well now, if it isn't Meteion, what brings you here? Ah, I thought I heard familiar voices. I didn't realize you two had decided to help me search for Doros. Thank you. You're in charge of the Lycaons, I believe. Where are they now? Out in the fields in restraints. Frenzied as they were, I couldn't well return them to Ctisis, I think. Once I've submitted my report, I will see them reverted without delay. It's as he says, the beasts are indeed quite ferocious. You are one of the 14! What brings you here? Nothing you need concern yourself with, as you were. You've heard the news that the Lycaons slaughtered Occupides. As the observer in charge, you're of the opinion that they are not fit to be released? I am. Their abnormal aggression and exceptional strength makes for a highly problematic combination. It matters not where they are released. Lycaones will threaten other species and upset the natural order. Could it be that the specimens observed are an outlier? Nope. Highly unlikely. We have created a good many of them. All exhibited the same tendencies. Even when we used Kairos to begin with a fresh slate, their behavior was unchanged. Kairos? A memory reconfiguration system. The chief himself created it. It allows us to erase or alter memories. That we may observe creations in different environmental conditions without needing to remake them from scratch. Quite impressive and potentially dangerous. Depending on the intensity of the etheric emissions, Pashtarot may wish to have words with you. Rest assured, I have kept all values within prescribed limits, and to prevent misuse, its applications are limited to those authorized by the Chief Overseer. Do not misunderstand. To manipulate a subject's memories is an intrusive act I deeply abhor, but is still preferable to execution. Come now, Chief. Let's not be so melodramatic. What was born of ether is simply being reduced to its original state. I know the distinctions concern you, but we mustn't lose sight of the bigger picture, making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. If a creation cannot be properly studied even with the aid of Kairos, we remake it. If a creation is deemed a detrimental existence, we unmake it. It's all for the greater good, and none question the necessity of such routine processes. I understand these things, I do. I would never think to unleash a clear and undeniable threat onto the world. Yet insignificant though their individual lives may be next to all creation, it's all the Lycoines have. Before we seal their fates, we owe it to these beings to exhaust all options, to ensure that nothing has been overlooked. If you insist, let me provide you with a full report, and we may take it from there. Would it be possible for us to attend the discussion that Emet-Selch may better carry out his duties? By all means. Pray show them to the meeting room.
Pray.
Pray.
Pray return to the waking stand.
No. No more waking sense, please. To man, other beings are just things, to be used and controlled like magic. That's what Hermes told me once. I fear this discussion may take a while, during which time... Meteion? Are you feeling unwell? It's not me, Hermes. It's you. I won't go to the meeting. I will stay with Alia. Loath though I am to impose, may I leave Meteion in your care again? Yeah, of course. I'm in your debt, if you'll excuse me. Can you help me with something, Alia? The meeting will make Hermes sad. I want to cheer him up with a flower. Hermes likes flowers the most, of all the creations in Elpis. Most creations are expected to be interesting, or beautiful, or strong. Better, in some way. But flowers are different. They are designed to suit our emotions, what we feel and want to convey. Hermes like that. I can't make flowers, so I'll search for one, and I want you to search with me. Let's start here, at the 12 Wonders. Vibrant purple flowers bigger than your hands adorn the tree. Oh, so big and bright! I love them! But they might be too bright. You have to think of the recipient. That's what Hermes said. You don't like this one, okay. No flowers. If there were apples, we could have covered them in syrup. Let's head outside next. Don't worry, we won't wander far. Okay. An array of beautiful flowers grow in the bed, their mix of colors forming a pattern. These would be better for Hermes, but they are hedged in. That means we shouldn't touch them. They are either under observation or poisonous. Any other place should be fine though. Let's keep looking. Set on a tall, thin stalk, the oddly shaped flower is mesmerizing in its undulations. Oh, a coneon, a flower that can move. When Hermes wasn't looking, it shot seeds at him. Not a good gift, maybe. But you're good, Alia, at spotting flowers. You'll find something soon. You spy nothing promising nearby. At best, common-looking grasses with some few tiny flowers. Nothing around here. Ah! Over there, Alia, something big, huge! Is that a morbol?
Uh-huh.
Do you want to pick up the morbol?
Uh-huh.
A terrible stench reminiscent of sodden old boots pervades the air. Without a doubt, the culprit is the morbol-like creature before you. It's an Adonis.
Adonis?
Yeah. The things around its mouth look like petals. But the flowers are the orbs on its head. When Hermes inspected it, it swallowed him up. He didn't leave his room for days. What do you think, Alia? Would he like it? It is a terrible idea. So, not this one either. Finding a good flower, it's harder than I thought. I'm sorry, Alia, but could we search a little more? Maybe as far as the fields over there? I'll pick something after that, I promise. Lush green fields stretch out before you, ending where the sky begins. Aw, there's nothing! The shiny thing over there? What could it be? Oh, Elpis flowers! They're here too! Hermes likes and dislikes them at the same time. Like me, they're entelechies. Like me, they feel his pain and turn dark. That's only for Hermes though. For others, they're always white and bright. What am I saying, I wonder? Truly? The flower was dark in your home? Then, do you have it too? A dark emotion? I probably have a lot of them. I have known the pain and sorrow of loss. I have felt great fury and frustration. I have been plagued by doubt and anxiety. I dare say I have a few. I see. Hermes has known the same. The feeling that a part of you is gone. Again and again. But no one notices. Please, Alia, won't you lend it to me? Your pain and sorrow. I want you to make the flower dark. In front of Hermes. He has been in a dark place since before he created me. He needs to know that he isn't there alone, that others are sad too. Leave that to me, okay? Truly? You'll do it? Thank you, Alia. Thank you. It means more to me than I can say. I can't wait to see how Hermes reacts. Let's go back and fetch him.
Hermes!
Oh, you were waiting for me.
Yes, we were.
You've finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision.
And?
My thanks for keeping Meteion company. Emet-Selch and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
He sounds so down. So upset.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
Elpis flowers?
Go on.
I'll try.
You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Meteion has shared much with you.
Yes, yes she did. Oh, will we see his face now? Oh my goodness!
May we talk a moment?
Oh no, he's hot! Look at those eyes! Oh.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will. And when they depart, it is always beautiful.
I remember.
Perhaps it is, but only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain. But they sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear. And it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering. Confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Not amiss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this? Aberration! Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. Owen asked what you thought as you kneeled beside the Elpis. Or if you only did it at Meteion's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you.
Oh.
To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort.
I think I'm going to say the first one. The third one is way too... not my character. I'm not
so
here...
willingly lend an ear to ease my burden. You are a strange one.
I'm not here to talk to him as if he is the Fandaniel I know.
Yeah.
The stars in the heavens. Know you what they are? Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day?
I can tell you a few things about that.
To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of Dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars.
And her sister.
Meteion and her sisters.
Sisters?
Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them. And they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life. One might expect exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it. But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness.
Thank you.
It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow. Come, Meteion. Let us head back.
All right.
What is it? I'm glad Hermes saw the flowers. Thank you, Alia. It will help, I hope. Today will be difficult for him. The prodigal family returns, and after causing all manner of trouble while we were in our meeting, I'm sure. Why are you treating me like this? Were you able to get some rest? Please, do not hesitate to let us know if you're feeling tired. I worry we might exhaust your scarce reserves of ether. An all too brief interlude, perhaps, but it's time I attend to my new task. As Emet-Selch and Hythlodaeus are aware, we reached a verdict regarding the fate of the Lyconis. 7 were created for observation, and all 7 must be unmade. Doros has followed the correct protocols, and as Chief Overseer I can find no fault in his judgment. The Lyconis would disrupt the natural order, ravaging and consuming other species until they themselves starve and perish. They cannot be released into the wild, and they cannot be allowed to remain here in Elpis. I intend to petition the Bureau of the Architect to have the concept preserved as a restricted purpose hazardous life form. Hythlodaeus has pledged to support me in this endeavor. Yet whatever the Bureau decides, the existing Lyconis have served their purpose. Doros has already isolated the creatures and is preparing to carry out the necessary measures. I will join him forthwith. It's my duty to witness the conclusion to this study. If you are resolved, then we have but to accompany you. Of course. Let us be off then. We return to the main aisle. Doros? 4 is here. Where are the other 3? Doros, are you hurt? What happened here? They caught me off guard. I had them bound with ethereal shackles, but they became frenzied, even more so than usual, and broke free. I was able to stop 4. The other 3 escaped. I see them, to have taken to the air above the 12 wonders. The lust is up ahead, lurking in the fields. You and Alia handle that one. The pair in the sky, you can leave to me. If this is how it must end, then so be it. I will render assistance to Emet-Selch, unneeded though it is. Yeah, I don't think he needs your help, but okay. Meteion, you are to stay here with Doros. But Hermes? The Lyconis must be reverted. I would spare you their pain, and mine. This is my burden, not yours. But if you're intent on helping, then please follow my lead.
Combat.
I suppose so.
Oh, Meteion has something to say.
Oh god, this music! Stay with Hermes, Alia. He will need someone when the time comes. Doros? Never mind my wounds, they are easily healed. It's the Lyconis... I can't read. Which concern me. I appreciate your help, and lament that it is necessary. There it is, our quarry, within striking distance at present, but if it feels threatened, it may well flee beyond our reach. Here's my plan. You will approach slowly, in full view, and draw the Lycan's attention. Now, I warn you, its abilities are as fiery as its temperament. Once it spots you, it will unleash orbs of flame. But fear not. By my measure, you are more than equal to the task. Withstand the onslaught for a few brief moments, and that will give me time to catch it unawares. Ready? Then let us begin.
Now.
Oh. Oh. But that is convenient.
Forgive me.
Aw.
Please, forgive me. May you and your kin find peace. Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld, may you find tranquil seas. Be not forgotten, in concept endure, to reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire.
Aww.
Hate, if that be your want. We are worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high. Fly free.
He really doesn't like this.
Join the convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing. Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction? I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Fandaniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right. And to be torn by such thoughts, I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes! Please don't be angry. It hurts so.
Aww. Poor girl.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
He called me friend. Why does this game make me feel sorry
I
for
expect we have some few matters to discuss.
Yeah.
these guys?
Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Aye.